I was called to 85 Street, Margaret's Road in Scotswood, England, on May 25th, 1968. A tragedy had struck. The victim was a little boy, 4-year-old Martin Brown. He was found inside an abandoned house, lying cold and lifeless. No blood, no clear signs of struggle. It didn't sit right with me. Children don't just collapse and die. There were no visible wounds, no forced entry, just a few scattered pill bottles near the scene. A tragic accident, they said, an open and shut case. But something told me this wasn't over. Days later, the local nursery school was vandalized. Scrawled in crude handwriting across the walls were messages. I murder so that I may come back. We did murder Martin Brown. I murder so that I may come back. It wasn't normal graffiti. It was a confession, the kind that made my stomach turn. Whoever wrote this wanted us to know. I didn't have to wait long. On July 31st, 1968, another boy was found, 3-year-old Brian Howe. His small body was discovered on a patch of wasteland covered in strange injuries, strangled until no longer alive. Small puncture wounds on his legs, clumps of his hair cut off. A chilling sight, the letter M carved onto his stomach with a razor blade. This was no accident. This was a killer leaving their mark. And the worst part? The killer wasn't finished. I started questioning the locals. Children were often seen playing around the wasteland. Someone must have seen something. That's when I met Mary Bell, an 11-year-old girl with dark, piercing eyes and a chilling stare. Something about her was off. She asked me, with a strange curiosity, "Do you think the murderer will strike again?" Most kids would be scared. Most would cry, ask if they were safe. Mary was different. She was excited. Then I found out about Norma Bell Mary's 13-year-old friend. No relation, but they were always together. Norma was giggling when we questioned her, laughing about Brian's murder. They weren't afraid. They were enjoying it. We had nothing solid until Mary slipped up. She told a local boy that she had seen Brian's body before it was discovered, that she knew details that hadn't been made public. When we brought her in, she tried to twist the story. She pointed to Norma, saying she was the real killer. But when I looked into Mary's eyes, I saw something terrifying. No remorse, no guilt, no fear, only control. Norma eventually broke down and confessed. She told us everything. Mary strangled Brian with her bare hands. Mary returned to the body to carve her initials. Mary laughed about it afterward. At 11 years old, Mary Bell was a killer. The case shook England. An 11-year-old girl was on trial for murder. Mary was calm, collected, and cold. Her defense? That she was a victim of abuse, a broken child who never had a chance. On December 17th, 1968, the verdict was read, manslaughter. The jury ruled that Mary was psychopathically disturbed. She was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Norma was acquitted. Mary Bell served her time. She was released at 23 years old, a new identity, a fresh start. But the families of Martin Brown and Brian Howe never forgot, and neither did I, because when I looked into Mary's eyes that day, saw the face of a child and the soul of a monster.